All right. We'll be starting in just a second, folks. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Let me just get this thing going. All right. Share my screen here. Get that part done. Get that part done. All right. Let's get this party started, shall we? Getting a lot of people here. Love it. Let me just turn my camera on and say good morning to everybody. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to make sure that our before I got live today, I wanted to make sure that our resident banking um, advisor gave us the green light to make sure all the banks are we wanted to make sure there's no regional bank buffoonery going on. So we wanted to make sure our regional banking officer, our chief financial advisor, gave us the green light. That's what was going on here. If you guys like Clyde dressed up, give me a heads up. Let me know. Let me say hello to everybody. CJ, good morning. Lewis, Rihanna, Kevin, SJL, James, Kevin, Dave, Pete, Steven, Brian, Mike, Nathan, good morning. Good morning. Teresa, Anukumar, David, Seth, David, Devin, Jeff. Good morning, Jeff. Flying Ronan, good to see you. Eduardo, Catherine, Mark, Ivana, Warren, Scotty, Cam. Hey, Cam. Hope you had a good weekend. Harold, Jill. Good morning, Jill. Stacy, Richard, Piet DeBrock, Richard. Good morning. Good morning. Steve, Walter, Penny, Wade, Robert, Ray, Deanna, Charles, Hopium. You like the pictures? Yeah, cool. I'll keep doing it. Vernon, if you guys like the pictures, let me know because I don't want to get on anybody's nerves with those pictures. Vernon, Bob, Stephen, Javad, Solaire, Roddy. Good morning, guys. Thomas, Debbie, Gregory. Moondog is in the house. Good. Wesley's back from Lake Las Vegas. Jody, John, Illinois grain farmer, Sergey, David, Stan, Greg, Adrian, Gregory, Sassy Trainers in the house. Watch that position size, Tinya. You got to watch your position size. Dave, Sylvia, Matt, Linda, Sin, Candy, Kirk, baseball fan, JB, Stephen, Mark, Beatrice. Got a lot of people here is what we got. Frank, Eduardo. Here we got Eagle Beagle. Good morning. Robert, Julio, Pete, Don, Vertuvian. Good morning. Ralph, Bill, Flying Ronan. We got RP from Spain, Elevation, Beatrice, Frank, Eduardo, Charlie Clyde is in the house, Stan. Thank you, Stan. Kirk, Nestor. Thanks, Bob. Robert, Jesse, Ivan, Diamond Jen, Karen the Shark is in the house, Gregory, Jay Blazer, Trader Momo. Trader Momo, how are you today? We got Dragon Dawn, we got Candy, we got Mary, we got Dawn, we got Art, we got Stan, we got a lot of people here is what we got. We got Brian, Linda, Genevieve, Sandra, Bob Man, SJL. Thank you. David, Anukumar, Ira, Bob, Jill. He does, doesn't he, Jill? He looks pretty dapper. He's the most spoiled cat in America. I think so too, Willis. I think so too. I agree with you on that 100%. Raj, Julio, CMT, Becky. Never trust a financial advisor with three arms. That's not a three arm. That's a tail. That's a tail. Let's. RP. All right, cool. Barry, Mike, William, Jacques Cousteau's in the house. I love it. I love it. Chad, Shamens, Glenn, Clyde for Pratt. Yeah, can you imagine? Ray, Naples fan, Sandy, Santiago. Good morning, Santiago. Doug, Eagle Beagle says should be interesting at 10 a.m. to see if leading indicator continues. I agree with you. Rick, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys had a great weekend. If you're just coming in here, just FYI, I posted a picture of Clyde today, and that is a tail. That is not a third arm. Okay, just FYI. Um, just FYI. Um, all right, let's begin. Let's get into all of this. Good morning, guys. So a few things. Please make sure if you're watching on YouTube, and I think you are, please make sure that you're watching on 1080p. Okay, the gearbox right here, 1080p. Okay, right here. It'll make sure that the quality is fairly reasonable. Okay, and lastly, if you're getting some value out of this video, or if you like Clyde's pick, give us a thumbs up just one time. And over here, there's a bell if you want to subscribe to this video. And every time we're live, you'll be notified at the bottom right corner of your computer. You have to subscribe and like our channel for that to happen. I'm going to leave that up to you. All right. Let's come up back here. It's Monday. Again, I'm working from home. Matt's coming in here. We're both going to be working from here. He's coming in about an hour and a half. The cable guy did not. The cable guy. So just a few updates for you. The cable guy screwed up on Sunday. The office is ready, but it does not have fast internet. So they're waiting for the cable guy. I'll be working from home till the cable guy can come and connect the internet there. Otherwise, everything else is already in the new office. Lastly, thank you for the nice words about my mother-in-law. She's doing fantastic. The surgery was the best case scenario. Just to give you a little background, it's a very interesting story. I'll take about a second for this. She had hernia surgery about 5-6 years ago, and when she had hernia surgery, when they closed her back up, she had scar tissue, and the scar tissue somehow connected her small intestine to her stomach, and it obstructed her. So they didn't have to reconnect anything. They just had to get rid of scar tissue. It was the best case scenario. All right, now let's talk about the market. The market is up really nice this morning. Keep in mind, it's Monday. Mondays are usually a little off. Although, here's the interesting thing. With the Fed being closed, I don't know if that'll change the trajectory of institutions, but I would be very, very cautious in initiating positions Monday morning. Please be cautious, especially after I show you what we're dealing with, okay? On John Kerry. Closed captions? I have closed captions on, didn't I? Hold on, let me put captions on. I thought I had closed captions. Hold on. Let me stop sharing real quick. Show captions. Okay, now captions are on. Let me share again. Sorry about that. If I ever forget to put the captions on, just remind me. It only takes me a second to turn them back on. And they're on now, okay? Okay. So far, the market is looking really good this morning. Really good this morning. As far as Fed data this week, we got leading indicator at 10 a.m. That's the only Fed data, the real major Fed data we're going to have. Usually it's not that big of a deal, but again, today, with the market, with the Fed being closed, it may be more useful. We are going to have the report this week. We're going to have the Fed report this week, but it's going to be delayed. Some Fed data is coming out, but not too much. We're going to have to kind of trade on our own little our own technicals, which is fine. Let me give you guys all the earnings that are coming out this week. You're welcome. You're welcome. Here's the link, and I'll post it in Telegram as well. Now, folks, I post free stuff in the main Telegram channel, okay? But I'll put this everywhere. It's important. Now, why is this important? Well, first of all, we're going to get a lot of opportunities for time spreads. Oh, yeah. By the way, we had 2 time spreads last week. We made 25% on both of them. So, guys, you could see nothing today. of major importance. But boy, oh boy, we got a lot of stuff going on. That data miner is going to be very used a lot this week. Okay, the data miner is going to be used quite a bit this week, and it's all, look at this, all large caps. Okay, but let me make Matt a note. I got to make Matt a note. I want him to put all the other stocks, ticker symbols in data miner. So let me do that right now. Okay. I gave him a little note so he doesn't forget. So in the next couple of weeks, we should be having some additions to the data miner. I want to add a couple of scanners. You know what? I'll update you today at lunchtime in the room what all the stuff I want to do like in the next couple of weeks for data miner. But this is going to give us a lot to work with. Okay. I mean, you just like all the good stuff, the Teslas, the IBM, the AT&T, Netflix, it's all coming out. And you got Intel, you got Newmont Mining, you got a lot of stocks here. So the large caps are definitely in play. Okay. Definitely in play, including Tesla and Netflix. Okay. What is the percentage number for? TP, the percentage number is this is the expected move, either up or down, as priced into the option. And I programmed data miner to give you to find out whether the actual number has outpaced this number for at least the last 20 quarters for every stock in the S&P 500, which is pretty freaking amazing. No, you can't get that anywhere else. If you could, I would pay for it gladly, and I wouldn't have to create my own database. What I took the number of times the actual move doesn't outperform the implied move, and I put the ratio in data miner for you. To find this information yourself would take months. I put all that in there for you, okay? So this is the implied move. This is the expected move. So let's say Philip Morris is at $100. The expected move is $5.90 either up or down for earnings. Now, if Philip Morris typically only gives us 3% instead of 5.9, that means it doesn't perform. That means it's a great option to do a time spread on. If the stock outperforms this number majority of the time, it's not a good stock to do a time spread on. I have all that data in the data miner. I'm doing the Chuka dance because I don't have to do it manually today. So that's what this is. I posted it for you. It's very valuable information. It allows us to make a lot of money with a win rate of about 90% of the time. And folks, if you've been taking the time spreads, what has your win rate been on them? Tell me. I'm curious. If you've taken the last 10 time spreads, what has your win rate been on time spreads? Just post it here. No BS. Just be honest. What has your win rate been on time spreads? Please let everybody else know why they should be paying attention to this. I think after you tell them the win rate, they'll be like, oh, okay, you're telling us we should be paying attention to this. Yes. Look, think about Netflix. If Netflix is a $100 stock, I'm just making that up. A 7.9% expected move means that Netflix is going to go up almost $8 either up or down. That's priced into the stock. If we find out that the stock underperforms that move 80% of the time, that means the options are overvalued. Okay? Carlos, you have over 20% win rate? How often do you win out of every 10 trades? How often do you win? I hope it's over 20%, Carlos. Not how much you make, how often. Out of the last 10 trades, how many times have you lost on time spreads? That's what I'm asking you. That's the key. How many times have you guys lost? If you've taken the last 10 time spreads, how many losers do you have? That's what my question is. How many losers do you have on the last 10 time spreads? Let folks here know about your actual numbers. It certainly isn't over 20%. It's more like over 90%. Carlos. All right. Let's talk about the bond market. Folks here don't do time spreads. What is this? Come on, don't all be shy. Never lost on time spread. That's what I thought. Kevin, they all worked out. Only one scratch if you to call a loss. Losers are few and minimal. That's what I'm talking about. No losers on time spreads that I've taken. I've won on all the time spreads I've taken since you updated Data Miner. Okay, all right, there you go. Do you guys see why you should be doing time spreads? All right, all right. By the way, I think we had one loss this year on time spreads. One. Yeah, got it. 90% win rate over 20% return. Yep. Do you guys understand why you should be using time spreads during earnings season? 95% win rates. That's trading earnings with time spreads, 90% win rate. That's how we roll around here. Good morning, Yuri. Last one, Penny made 71%. Lost 6 trades out of 30 in the month and then started just losing. What are you talking about, James? I haven't given you 6 trades out of 30 in the month. What are you talking about? Please. Nonsense. 6 trade. Where do you come up with these numbers? All right. James, stop laughing and give us actual numbers, okay? I never give you 30 time spreads in a month. Okay. I think I've given you 30 time spreads total. Okay, right here. We're looking good on the bond market. We have to stay above this area. If we don't stay above this area, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. It ain't going to be pretty, okay? But we're looking okay. I mean, we're not doing amazing, but we're doing great. But this is not really a sell-off. I like this. I like what we're seeing right here. All right. By the way, let me give you guys some links. VIP room link. This is the VIP room link. Today is going to be A-lines. What is an A-line? How to find an A-line, how to confirm an A-line, how to get options for an A-line, everything about A-lines. What are A-lines? I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4 A-lines today. Here is the link for Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. All right. 10 to 1 p.m. All right. So we're looking okay on the bond market. The bond market needs to stay above this area right here. That's going to be key. US dollar. US dollar looks like it's consolidating near this area. We don't know what the next step is, but we need to keep an eye on the US dollar really closely. Now, I want to show you something. Remember I told you there's a major support here? Well, it bounced off the support. Now it's almost back above the 8-day EMA. So I'm assuming that we're going to start coming back up. If we start coming back up, look for potential weakness in the oil and the gold market. Speaking of gold, gold is starting to come back up again. We came down hard. Remember what I told you on Friday? I don't think this is going to be like the move. I think we're going to have a lot more, but we do have to come to this area right here. Why doesn't it want to? Oh, well, I'm just going to draw another one. Right here. Needs to come down to this area, and it will, but not today. Today's not going to be that day. Today we may start coming back up. What program was the time spread in? Oh, it's in the pit, Carla. In the pit. I give them as bonus trades in the pit. I've been giving them now for about a year and a half. I think we've had 1 loss or 2 loss out of all the time spreads I've ever given. I think I've given maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 this year. They've all made money. They usually make between 20 and 30%. Some people hold them longer and make more. They've all been in the pit. Yeah, yeah. All right. And we give them during earnings season because that's the only time they work. All right. So gold is still staying up here. I think gold will come here. I think we have one gold stock we need to liquidate from last week. Crude oil breaking down. I'm going to be looking at energy stocks for weakness. And if the US dollar comes up, we should expect more softening on the crude oil. This is really good for negotiations with Russia. Putin is not happy about this. Okay. China, what is China doing? China's finding some support around the 50-day moving average. Right now, we have a compression. I don't know what will happen. I don't know what will happen, but so far we have a compression here. Okay. So let's just keep an eye on China for the next few days. Bitcoin, what's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin looks like it bottomed out at the 200-day moving average, and it looks like it's coming back here. Now, before we get too excited about Bitcoin, we have to get above all of this stuff. That's the 50-day. That's the 100-day. That's a VWAP. We got two V. We got the 8-day, the 15-day, the 50-day, and the 100-day, and this trend line here. So there's two scenarios here with Bitcoin. And this is the futures contract. I'm actually looking at Bitcoin. We're either going to let me draw it out for you. Okay, I'm going to draw it out for you. It's easier to draw out for you. Okay. I should ask Clyde to draw it out for me. I don't know if you guys see that. I have my assistant laying right here. She's got one paw here. Hi, Mia. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Hi. All right. So let me show you. One scenario is we do this. We come back up here and we bounce hard. The other scenario is we break higher up. Either way, this is the area right here. Okay? Not a very pretty drawing, but I think you get the point. Here. I think you guys get what I'm saying. There's a major area right there. We're just below a major area right here. Let me post this for you. I'm just trying to help you guys out. I just posted this in the Telegram channel for you. I don't think people are listening to the question. Learning how to use them. Eagle Vila needs to get liquidated. Carla. All right, let's continue. All right. No, I don't think so. I think we have too much momentum to go sideways. I think we're either going to come up and break this or we're going to come up here. We haven't stalled yet, Rick. Usually, I don't think the market is going to stall till it's stalled. So far, this hasn't stalled. This is a pretty good movement here. So I think we're either going to come up here. We're still moving. This is moving. We're either going to come up here in this area, consolidate for a day or two, come up, or start coming down. I'm pretty confident about that. Okay. Let's get into the stock market. We have a lot to talk about in the stock market. Yeah, or use AI, right, Ralph? Okay, let's talk about the stock market. What is volatility doing? Yay! We're below this area. Remember I told you I want us to trade below this area and finally start hitting this area? Well, we're still in a we don't know what's going to happen zone, but being here under this area and below this area is probably one of the best things we could be seeing today. What we don't remember on Friday, what did I tell you on Friday? I want to see this coming down. It was coming down all day on Friday. And now we're below. We're now like at the wick part of this. Now all we need to do is drop below here. Here, let me draw it. You know what? I don't see any downside of me posting this for you. So I'm going to post this for you. We need VIX to come down to this area right here. Here. VIX needs to trade below 20, but I like what I'm seeing so far. I posted this for you guys, okay? I posted this for you so that if you're, so you guys have something to refer to. Okay. But I like what I'm seeing. We're not there yet, but this is probably the best case scenario. I mean, it's kind of unrealistic for volatility to go in one day from 28 to below 20. Like you have to go from being really cold to being from being really hot to being really cold. And that's not something that happens very often. Okay. Again, folks, let me give you some links. VIP room today, I'll be giving you complete step-by-step instructions on how to generate my favorite setup. Okay, and options that go with it. And here is the link for the VIP customer service live. Cam, Gustavo, what are you guys going to be talking about today? Let us all know. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so volatility is looking good. Now, here's the bad part. If you see volatility starting to come up, to bump up, that's bad. We want to see volatility stay in this zone and continue going higher. And if it does move up, folks, listen and listen good. We want to make sure volatility does not go above 25. Why? Because that's the 60% area. This is 40 right here, and this is 60 right here. Remember what I always say, we don't want to recover 60% of this. So we want to make sure that whatever happens, that even if volatility comes up a little bit today, that we don't go above 25. If we pause at 25 or maybe come up here and start coming down, that's okay. So my point is, don't be fearful if it starts coming up a little bit here. If the market cools off a bit, it's Monday, but it shouldn't start coming back here because Trump pretty much negated the whole China thing over the weekend. I don't know. He said it, and then don't get me started. Okay, put to call ratio. Well, we're still favoring. I'm going to tell you what's interesting. The bulls are still in control. If we were right here, the bears would be in control. But this is telling us that call buyers are still being pretty darn persistent. Okay. Now, once we come below 75, it's going to be too much call buyers for the put buyers. Okay. Stefan, didn't you check? Didn't you see my Telegram post? Stefan, you're asking me questions. Look, Stefan. I had my senior bank regulator this morning. Is the fear over regional banks over? And here we have our senior bank regulator right here with all of his banking stuff giving you the answers. Didn't you see that, Stefan? It's the first thing we talked about. The first thing we talked about, Stefan. How dare he? Okay. Clyde had answers for you and you're not paying any attention. Hey, Porkies, good to see you. How dare you, Stefan, not paying attention to Clyde's regulatory comments? That's the head of the FTC right there. Shoot, look at this guy. You don't trust this guy? Yeah, he gave you all the info about the regional banks. You can't skip out on Clyde. Just playing around with you. I'm in a good mood. I had a lot of rest this weekend, and I'm happy about my mother-in-law. The next surgery is not my mother-in-law, it's my mom, and she's on the 27th. She's going to have fusion in her back 2 days before my birthday. Anyways, so we're still the bulls are still in control. The bulls are still in control. Now, here's where I want to show you something. This is financial stocks. Financial stocks are coming near the 50-day line. They're a little bit starting to get a little suppressed. Now, we're still in financial earnings, and if financial stocks come down here, that means we should start looking to buy some financial stocks because this is financial stocks getting overextended, and this is financial stocks coming back down to normality. But this is a 10-year chart. How often do you see financial stocks down here? Look. Let me show you. Once, twice, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8 times in the last 10 years. We've been down here. That means financial stocks should bottom out and start coming up. Financials are a big clue to this market getting stable. So keep an eye on financial stocks bottoming out. No, nobody else is Kramer's not going to show you this, okay? Just pay attention, okay? Let me post this for you, okay? Let me get here. These are short-term levels. See that? I posted it for you guys. You gotta trust Trader Momo. You gotta trust Clyde. I mean, come on. Thank you guys. It's on the 27th. I'll keep you all posted. I'm going to be a nervous Nilly on the 27th, but it is what it is. So you see where we're at? Usually once we get to this level, we have a shakeout and we start coming up. So I'm going to be looking at bank stocks pretty soon. Okay. Just letting you know, this only happened once, twice, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 times in the last 10 years. And this is not 200-day. This is the 50-day. So this is momentum. This is not sustainable move. This is like a bounce, like a rubber band. What I'm trying to tell you is that the rubber band in financial, the ones that goes like this all the time, it's starting to get a little stretched out. Okay. How come they always pump the market the Monday after banks are done reporting? They don't always, Frank. They usually pump it on Tuesday. He's not working for Wells Fargo, Ralph. Okay. He's not working for, this is not put to call ratio. This is different than this. This is put to call ratio. This is number of stocks trading above the 50-day moving average. It's apple and oranges. This is like a guide that's telling us where momentum is going. And you could see that we went from being pretty overbought to being oversold very quickly. And if we start coming down here and then coming back above, I'm going to start looking at the strongest financial stocks. Okay. We still have less than 50% of stocks trading above the 50-day moving average, which is very concerning. Very concerning. Okay. NASDAQ 100, you only have 52% of stocks trading above the 50-day moving average. That's also very concerning. NASDAQ composites at 46. So there's potentially some upside in this market. There's potentially some upside in this market, but we need to bottom out first. What about the government shutdown? That's gone on longer than anticipated. Nope. Doesn't seem to be impacting the market. Saving us some money. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay. Let's now break everything down and then we'll talk levels. Okay. Folks, is this benefiting you? Let me know if this is beneficial to you. I want to make sure that this is beneficial to you. By the way, the bond market, look at the bond market right now. Look at this. This is very nice. This is very, very nice. Look, we gapped down, we opened down, and look at where we're at right now. This is very nice. Again, I'd love to tell you some nonsense, but this is very, very nice. This is beautiful. This is exactly what we want to see. And this is also telling us that nobody's caring about banks right now because bonds wouldn't be going up if regional banks were in the crapper. So that's done. Okay. To the Vegas bunch had it at 40 days. Yeah, that you were mentioning that. That's interesting. She's having hypnoplasty, both my I don't know, Brandon, the details, but I know she's having fusion in her back. I can get more info, but I don't know. But that's not my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law's done now. This is my mom. And I love mom. Yeah, so I'm loving look at this, folks. The bond market is just look at this. This is very good for stocks, especially financials. Look at this. This is beautiful. This has been going on since we've been talking. I mean, before we started talking, but like it's been escalating. Very nice. Above the 8-day on a daily. Mwah! I like it. I like what I'm seeing. You guys are always used to me saying some nasty stuff. When I say good stuff, you guys are always thinking I'm joking around, but I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I've been liking what I've been seeing for the last few days. Who buys bonds? A lot of people buy bonds, but mostly institutions who are aggregating 401k money. So I like how the market's doing. Let's break everything down for you guys. And by the way, if you're just coming in here, let me give you the earnings sheet. Okay. This is the earnings sheet. And Carla, if you need any more info on time spreads, I'll bring it up today in the VIP room as well. So if you want to get some more notes on it or whatnot, and I did a video on it last week. Okay, so let's break everything down. Those are earnings, folks. Those are earnings. Those are earnings for you. Okay, earnings that are all happening this week. Eagle Beagle says markets look great when you see bonds do it. Oh, they do. They do. Markets are looking great right now. I'm not seeing anything negative. Let's see how the QQQ is looking. Yeah, I mean, look, it's looking good. Dow's coming up. IWM is rocking and rolling. I mean, bonds. This is looking good. I'll talk about all that in a bit. Give me a few minutes, and I don't have to rush today because I'm not going anywhere. Today, Matt's coming to me instead of me going to the office. You hear that, Mia? You got me all to yourself all day today. Easing trade tension between U.S. and China helped boost risk appetite. President Trump. This is what I was talking about. He said on Friday, confirmed plans to meet with Z the end of the month. When asked by Fox News about his threat to impose additional 100% tariffs, he said that levy was not sustainable. Why didn't he say that in the first place? He added he thinks we're going to be fine with China. We're going to be just fine with China, folks. We will. We will. There's several videos and time spreads. It's not in the Trading Pit members area. It's in the Telegram channel, and it's in Data Miner members area. And by the way, it's also in the live tab on YouTube, the live streams that we did last few weeks. Oh, I need another back scratcher here. All right. But this is good. This is all. I mean, I don't care what he said, but ultimately this is good. They can't play that kind of game. Most members of the Mag 7 advanced. Tesla was up. Apple was up. We've been trading Tesla a little bit, day trading Tesla a little bit. We had 2 trades last week. We did good on both of them. If you held Tesla, that's fine too. Bear side, we had Oracle slump and ARM slumping. We're going to keep an eye on that today. Murad Salem said on Friday that he could back another rate cut to support cooling labor market, but stressed that policymakers should decide on a meeting-by-meeting basis. They've been doing that. I mean, Powell tells us that we do everything on a meeting-by-meeting basis, so what's the point of him telling us that? He added that he views the current stance of Fed policy somewhat more between modestly restrictive and neutral. Okay, what is between modest? Okay, whatever. I love how they could say a lot and not say anything. That's all I'm going to say. We'll get to our catalysts in a minute, and we haven't done our small caps yet. Actually, while I'm writing this, why don't you guys give me the catalysts, okay? That's right, Keith. That's exactly what he's using. Why don't you guys give me the catalyst as I go through this right now? As I'm going through this, you guys write the catalyst. That way, we save some time, okay? Third quarter earnings kicks up. I posted all the earnings that are coming out. We got Tesla, Netflix, Coca-Cola, Intel, time spreads, baby, time spreads. We're still looking at 7.2. I'm going to look at Zacks. Remind me, I'm going to make myself a note. I got to look at Zacks, and I'm going to give you an update. So let's add another topic to the VIP room today. I'm going to give you an earnings update here. Zacks earnings update. Note for Roger. Okay, just made myself a little note. All right. Okay, so let's see. Let me just go through this. As I'm going through this, you guys post the catalysts, and then as I'm done reading this, I'll read the catalysts. But you guys post them meanwhile, okay? Department of Labor has recalled a limited number of employees to release the September inflation report on a delayed basis this Friday. So we will have our employment report. We will have the employment report this Friday, okay? The delayed employment report from previous period, okay? Preliminary Purchase Managers Survey on U.S. manufacturing service activity. The University of Michigan Consumer Index. Yeah, consumer sentiment. This is the report that I wish the Fed would publish on Monday, but they publish it on Friday. They obviously don't listen to anything I say, but that's the deal there. Folks, if you're just coming in here right now, please make sure you're watching. Please make sure you're watching at 1080p right here. 1080p, because I'm about to get into charts. And if you haven't given us a thumbs up, give us 1 thumbs up. Okay? All right, let's continue. We're just getting into all the hot stuff here. It would, wouldn't it, Jeff? Okay. Central banks are in a media blackout during my birthday. That's great. No public comments. Maybe we'll get a little peace and quiet. I'm on the 29th. I'm going to be 55 years old, folks. Don't ask. Conference Board Leading Economic Index is set to be released in a few hours. That's what Eagle Beagle was talking about. That's the Fed report today. Europe is up 0.59. Defense stocks climbed. Conflict reignited in Gaza over the weekend amid low expectations for near-term peace. We may have defense stocks a little bit higher. China closed higher. Sentiment improved amid signs. We talked about all this already. Robotics, AI stocks outperformed on Monday, something we should be paying attention to. And Japan made an all-time high. Now, let's talk about our catalyst. Survey says, okay, what you guys got there? I'm just going to compare to me. Japan. Let's see if anybody has Japan. Richard does not have Japan. Chips, mags, Fed speakers, maybe industrial. Do you have industrial? No. Japan, COO. Okay, that's industrial. Good. Healthcare. I got healthcare. I got Fed. I got industrial. I got mags. I got chips and Japan. There you go, Brendan. Congrats. 5 years apart. Good to know. Good to know. Scorpio. Okay, so Richard, you don't have Japan, but you got the Fed speakers, you got the Fed data, you got COO, so you got industrial, you got Marvell, you got financial. And what about chips? And what about mags? What about mags? Okay, so Apple is a mag. When Apple gets updated, it's a catalyst. Yes, the biggest company getting upgraded is a catalyst. Let's start there, okay? Matt, I think you got everything actually. Matt, you got everything. So here, Matt got everything. Richard got 90%. Let's see. You guys together, you guys make a good team. You guys make a good team together. You got them all together. So we got chips, we got industrial, we got this baby right here, which I double checked to make sure it was in the S&P 500. It's healthcare. That's the healthcare right there, and it's up, which is good for our healthcare stocks. All you got to do is click on the link, and it'll tell you if it's in the S&P 500. Healthcare, chips, mags, chips, healthcare, industrial, mags, and Japan. Japan. You guys are doing a pretty good job on that. That's what we're going to be watching today. By the way, the bond, hold on a second. Whoops. Hold on a second. Let me look at, yeah, look at bond. Here, look at this. I don't know why I'm not showing you this. Look at IWM. Look at Russell 2000 and look at bonds. Look at that. Talk about correlation, right? Let's look at SPY. SPY is moving higher. XLV is just kind of sitting there. QQQ is moving higher. Mags are moving higher, breaking out of overnight levels. It's time for us to do our levels, folks. Time for us to do our levels. You guys like the levels. And folks, if you feel this is beneficial to you, give us a thumbs up. All right, let me delete these levels and okay. Mia, are you bored from doing nothing? Are you bored, Mia? You need another job, Mia? Okay. Okay. I'm going to draw these. I'm going to post these for you. Here's the mags. And again, folks, please, if they're not useful to you, please tell me and I don't want to, because I'm spending a lot of time doing them for you. So I want to make sure that you're getting value out of this. Mags levels. Okay. Let's look at SPY levels. Okay. Okay. Those are good. Let's these for you. Because we do spend a lot of time with these levels, so I don't want to burden you with them if they're not useful to you. SPY levels. There's SPY levels. QQQ levels. Let me delete these. Whoops, what am I doing here? God, what am I doing here? Yeah, I think that's fine. All right. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that, Eagle Beagle. I just go overnight. I look at overnight data. That's all I'm looking at, overnight data. QQQ levels. I'm looking at data that happened overnight. See right here from 4 p.m. overnight data, evening data, overnight data. Every day from 4 p.m. till I guess 8:30 in the morning is what I'm looking at. Max, QQQ, SPY. What did I forget? Bonds. Let's do bonds. Ooh, let's delete this on bonds. There you go. Your SPY levels saved a day for me on Friday afternoon. You're welcome, Gregory. You're welcome. I know that Richard likes these too. He puts them on his chart, and I'm not sure if Bugs uses them. Bugs, if you're here, just let me know if you're using them. I haven't done the small caps. Eagle Beagle, I decided to do small caps at the end because a lot of times I miss a lot of small caps because they start rallying between 8:30 and 9. So I want to make sure it's like the last thing I give you, okay? Bond market TLT levels. Let's do SMH here. SMH. I don't think I want to do the Dow. I don't think it's necessary. I think this will be more than enough. I mean, you guys have the SPY. You don't really need the Dow. Nobody really trades the Dow. Here's that. Here's that. Here's that. That's pretty good right there. Let's leave it at that. My suggestion is to add these to your Pro Trader dashboard as secondary lines. It will be very helpful. That's what Richard and a lot of other folks do. SMH levels. Okay. So you have bonds, SMH, QQQ, SPY, and MAGs. Okay. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that, Nathan. Glad to hear that. Creatomania. I've shown how to use these levels all the time, and I will continue showing how to do these levels from time to time. But you should review my videos. I have videos in the YouTube channel. Speaking of videos, folks, if you're just coming in here, don't miss VIP room. I will be talking about how to draw the perfect A line. Yeah, it's for support and resistance and to key off. Also, Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. I don't know what their schedule, what their agenda is today, but they always got some good stuff going on. But I'll be talking from A to Z of how to pick the perfect A-line trade setup and options with it. It'll be very, very important. Yes, create a mania. Yes, the answer is yes. Can you please explain in VIP room how to best use these lines? All right, I'll go through it again today. Remind me, I'll go through them again today. Okay, so those are our levels. All right, let me give you small caps now. Hold on. Let me give me small caps too. I need to find some small caps too. So hold on. Let's just put these. We're going to be doing these together. Where's my screen? Hold on. Q. No, we don't want this. Forget it. No, no, no. Too expensive. Too cheap. Okay, here we go. AZTR. That's a nice one. Above 128. Above 128. Let me write this for you. Oh, okay. So Cam will be talking about price levels today. All right. Demonstrate how to set up alert for price levels, dynamic alerts. Very nice. Ooh. You guys don't want to miss Cam's session today. So AZTR above 120, 28. That's the first one. Let's continue. Let's see if we have any others. Here's another one. FGI greater than 1025. Hold on. FGI greater than 1025. Let me continue. GNLN. $7. GNLN. $7. Let's see what else we got. No. Let's see. No. No. Yes. SINT above 561. Let me write that for you. $61. Let's see if there's any other ones we should be looking at. Oh yeah, this is a beautiful one. REPL. This would be my favorite one right now. REPL. It's making a new high right now, so I don't know where it will be after the opening, but right now it's on fire. I'll write 950 for now, but whatever the high, pre-opening high is going to be it, okay? This one's hot right now. Hot, 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 hot. REPL above 950. And again, I don't know if 950 will be the high, so we have to see what the high pre-market is, okay? Let's see if there's any other ones. No, 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 no. No, too expensive. No, that's it. So I gave you several, okay? I gave you AZTR, FGI, REPL, SINT, and GNLN. Remember, only above the pre-market high during market hours, okay? Please, 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 please. All right. Now, finally, let me give you stocks that we're looking at, and I want to give you my prognosis for the market. Let's go right here. Actually, let me give you the prognosis for the market, and then I'll give you the large caps, okay? Okay, so here's the SPY, okay? Look how the SPY is running up to that level we drew about 10 minutes ago. It's right up there right now. We need to get above all this crap right here. That's a high volume bar, which means there's a lot of resistance right here at 668.80 and at 667.20. There's a lot of resistance right here. This bar needs to overcome this bar. I'm not concerned about this. This is nothing. This is a big volume bar. So we need to overcome this area and this area, 667.02 and 668.78 today. This area is very important. Otherwise, we're just going to consolidate here. Okay, so I want to see this broken, this 668.78 area broken. But I like what I'm seeing so far. I just need to see more of it. QQQ, same thing. We need to break above this area right here, 608.28. We got to break above that area right there. Okay. Once we break through, we will completely demolish this bar, which is what we need to do. Okay. Folks, if you're just coming in here, please give us a thumbs up. I don't know how many we have, but I'm assuming we have quite a bit. And more importantly, I'm not as concerned about the thumbs up. I'm concerned about you guys subscribing to the channel so you get notified when I'm live. Okay, so we need to break above this area right here. Mags, what are Mags doing? Mags have already broken above this area and they're looking fantastic. This is exactly what we want to see. With Mags, we want to see us get above this area right here, this channel. See this channel right here? We have a channel here. So we basically need to get into that channel. And that channel is right about 65.30, okay? Which is right above all of this crap right here, which makes perfect sense, actually. We need to get above this area right here on Mags, okay? 65.38, okay? So you got this line and this line both pointing to exactly the same area, 65.38, okay? The Dow, same thing. See, we need to get above this stuff right here. There's high volume bars right here, right there, right here, and right here. So we need to get above all of this crap, and there's going to be a lot of resistance here, okay? So I like what I'm seeing. I love the bond market here. SMH is also doing well. SMH doesn't have high volume bars, so it just needs to get above this line here, which I think it's almost there. As soon as we get above this area, we're rocking and rolling, and we're already, I think, close to breaking this level. This right here, we need to get just a little bit higher on SMH. But overall, it's looking pretty good. As far as momentum is concerned, this is where I have a problem. Now, folks, remember, it's Monday. What do stocks usually do on Monday? They don't do this. They usually do very, very little on Monday. Now, this is the part you need to pay really close attention to. Look at momentum. Look at the number of stocks making 90-day highs. 69, less than 100. Look at the number of stocks making 90-day low, less than 100. Look at the stocks making 52-week highs, 35. Look at the stocks making 52-week lows, 34. Look at 20 weeks. There's nothing here. There's no momentum. What does that mean? That means the markets are typically that means that most of what we're seeing right now is just a reaction from last week. We don't have a lot of directional bias. What I'm saying is we can just get stuck in this range, kind of like this, and not go anywhere. You understand? And with momentum being very low and it being Monday, that's a very, very, very strong opportunity. Okay. Let's look at sectors. Let's see what's leading and if we have directional sectors. Okay. Well, semiconductors are coming back up. That's fantastic. Consumer discretionary is here, not here anymore. Communication is not here anymore. It's now in the middle. Russell, technology, QQQ, consumer, retail, home builders. I like what I'm seeing here. I like what I'm seeing. It's not 100%, but it sure looks better than it did a week ago. Look, utilities, consumer staples, healthcare, defensive, defensive, defensive. Look where consumer discretionary was. Capiche? Look where home builders and retail was, interest rates. That's October 10th. Now look at it today. Semiconductors, interest rate sensitivity, home builders, retail, real estate, consumer discretionary. This is beautiful. This is exactly what I want to see. Now, obviously, I'd like to see communication above consumer staples and mid caps, but I'll take this. This is a move in the right direction. This is a move in the right direction. I like what I'm seeing. So, but it's Monday. Monday, we could just peek out right here and just kind of consolidate. I'm not seeing anything negative, but I'm not seeing like a runaway market. That's all I'm trying to say. Shorts. Let's look at our shorts. Car. My dogs are going crazy again. Maybe Matt's here now. What's going on here? Car. Come on, car. What's wrong with the internet? Is there a problem? Let me just go to it's taking too long. I'm gonna see if it's delayed or what. I can just use my TC2000. This is a beautiful chart. Very nice chart to the short side. Caesars, and especially with China being a little. Let me use my TC2000. It's taking a little too long to get updates here. Caesar. Nice downtrend. Okay. Caesar. Upstart. Nice break. See, this is a compression. We broke down from the compression. KMX. KMX needs to break down from this compression. We're almost there. Look at that. Almost there. BRBR. Nice A-line potentially here. Nice little downtrend. Remember, you got a lot of earnings coming up. You got Sherwin-Williams. Nice little downtrend right here. Earnings coming up in a few days. Earnings are right here. If you want to know when earnings are, they're right here. This little tab right here tells you earnings. Still consolidating, but almost ready to break down, kind of like this. And Charter. Okay. You want me to look at DPZ? No. DPZ needs to break below this area right here. No. Too close to the 15-day and going up. Needs to be coming down. Too much compression here. Needs to get on this side of the fence. It will be a great trade once it breaks this high volume bar right here, which is 412.69, but not yet. Okay, let's look at our longs. BBY. I actually have to go there this week and get myself a birthday present, getting myself new headphones. K. I like how K is bouncing off here. Still compressing, but I like what I'm seeing. Still compressing here. K. Apple. Apple's starting to look good. I like that. I like that. It's only up 5% today, which is nice. TJ, TJX. I like this. A nice little A line if it can come back up. ES, nice A line. I'm giving you guys some really nice looking stocks. Lamb Weston, nice looking stock. EVRG, nice looking stock. First Solar, if it breaks this level right here, it's going to look great. But right now, this is a nice A line. Johnson Johnson's looking good. CVS is looking good. MNST is looking good. And last but not least, Sienna. Let me just quickly take a look at something here. Okay. And I'm looking for healthcare stocks. Looking for healthcare stocks to rally. Okay, let me give you the links once again. Folks, VIP room today, I will be breaking down line by line every A-line trade and giving you the red meat for A-lines. And I'll even give you some debit and credit spreads and show you how you could trade credit spreads off of A-lines, okay? Credit spreads off of A-lines, okay? Here's the link for Customer Service Live. And from what I understand, Cam and Gustavo have a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about today. And if you remind me, I'll talk about my levels for 5-10 minutes in the VIP room since folks are still not getting all of it. This is, by the way, a nice breakdown right here on Caesars. Nice breakdown. All right. Unless there's anything else, let me give you my email address, roger@rogerscott.com. It was wonderful spending time with you. Clyde will update you. We'll make sure our federal regulator with his tail will update you. There's his tail. And so far, everything is looking just fine. There's nothing really bad. Eagle Beagle says rep is running off. Resubmission of FDA letter will be decided in April. Hassett. All right. What did Hassett say? Let's see. Hassett said, let's see. I don't know what Hassett said. Bassin said that the government shutdown will end sometimes this week. Oh, Hassett said it. Okay, cool. You know, do you guys realize if Hassett gets Powell's job, my resume will instantly go up? That'll be interesting to see. All right, cheers, everybody. Have a great day. Let me know how you're doing, and let me know if there's anything I can do to help you out. You have my email address. No customer service questions. We have a perfect customer service department, and Clyde will be updating you throughout the day. Okay? Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Government opening back up would definitely add some liquidity to the market. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you all for the nice words, and I appreciate us getting almost 800 people in here. Bye. Be careful, folks. It's Monday. Mondays are usually